Picture a valley at sunrise. Two armies stand on opposite hills, staring each other down. Between them is a stretch of dry earth where nothing moves except one man. Goliath. He's enormous, covered in armor, a warrior since childhood. Every morning he steps into that valley and shouts a challenge that shakes the air. Send someone to fight me. But Israel doesn't move. Not one soldier, not one volunteer. Fear has settled into their bones. And that's the moment David walks into camp, late, dusty, carrying food. He's not here to fight. He's not even old enough to enlist. He's just the kid brother doing a supply run, trying to avoid embarrassing his older siblings. But then he hears the giant's voice echoing off the rocks, and he sees something no one else does. He sees a whole army paralyzed by fear. He sees a moment where someone, anyone, needs to step forward, and he feels something steady rising inside him. David asks the soldiers, "Why is no one going out there?" They tell him to be quiet. They call him naive, arrogant, clueless. But he won't let it go. This isn't about ego, it's about courage, about honor, about refusing to let fear decide everything. When word reaches the king, David is brought to him. Saul looks at this young shepherd and can't believe what he's hearing. "You can't fight him," the king says. "You're just a boy." But David tells him about the battles no one ever saw. The nights he fought off lions and bears with his bare hands. Not because he was looking for trouble, but because he had something worth protecting. And through every fight, every close call, he learned something. Courage grows in the quiet places long before anyone sees it. Saul finally gives in, out of desperation more than confidence. He offers David his armor, but it's heavy, unfamiliar, restrictive. David takes a few steps in it and realizes he'll lose if he tries to be someone he's not. So he sets the armor aside, picks up his sling, and walks down the hill carrying 5 smooth stones. The valley grows silent. Goliath steps forward, towering above him, insulted that they've sent a boy to fight him. He laughs, he mocks, he curses, he promises that David will be nothing but a footnote in the dirt. But David doesn't back away. He says, steady and sure, "You come at me with a sword and spear, but I come in the name of the Lord." Not loud, not dramatic, just certain. He takes one stone and places it in his sling. The world narrows, the wind slows, every eye in the valley locks onto this impossible matchup. David begins to run toward the giant, not away from him. The sling whirls faster and faster, a blur in the morning light. He releases. The stone flies, a single strike, precise, unlikely, unstoppable. Goliath tries to react, but it's too late. The impact hits his forehead, and the giant who had terrorized an entire nation collapses. The ground trembles as he falls. Silence sweeps across the valley. David stands there, small, outmatched, unexpected, and yet the only one who moved toward fear instead of away from it. And in that moment, everyone finally sees what they had forgotten. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's refusing to let fear have the final word. It's stepping into the valley when everything in you says to stay on the hill. It's believing that the impossible can fall. David walked into the valley, a shepherd. He walked out a giant slayer because he dared to show up when it mattered most.